He says, if you'll be consistent and look to see what I will say, I will speak. I promise. That's my plan. I want to speak to you through this thing. Read it and watch what I'll do. Now, I don't know about you, but that kind of begs the question again to me, how does that really work, right? Excuse me. How does it work? If I just read it, he'll speak. What you're looking for, and this has taken me a long time to figure out, what you're looking for is a still, small voice. It's the same thing that Elijah learned when he was trying to hear from God. And you don't have to flip to it because I'm gonna read it real fast. 1 Kings 19, and it'll be on the screens. Elijah's trying to hear from God, and God says, you wanna hear me speak? Here's what I want you to do. Go out and stand on the mountain before the Lord. Notice the first thing, go get by yourself. Go spend some time with just you and me. Go get alone with me. And behold, the Lord passed by, and a great and strong wind tore into the mountains and broke the rocks in pieces before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. But after the wind, an earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, the fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, here's how he spoke, a still, small voice. That kind of takes away the, God, if you want me to take this job, make it rain today. You've done it. If you want me to keep my job, let me find a parking place when I pull in here today. He says, no, you're looking for a still small voice. Here's what happens. If you've ever spent time in this, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you start, you will. You start reading, and kind of like what happened to me this morning, I read a whole chapter of Proverbs, and one verse, it just kind of jumped out at me. It just kind of spoke to me. It's what Doug was talking about last week when he said, this is alive and active. It's why you can read one verse 6 months ago and you blow right by it, and you read the same verse today and it says something to you. Because it's alive and it's active. And when you get those little moments of, that's for me today. That's for me today. I think, oh, he loves me. I don't have to be afraid. Oh, he's gonna be with me. Oh, that's how they did. That's how I should. And you get this little thing that pops. That's the still small voice of God speaking to you from his word. And the more and more you start to get familiar with that in private, the more and more you recognize it out in the chaos of life. And it's out there where I'm trying to make all these big decisions and I want to hear God speak. And sometimes we're looking for a voice that we're just not familiar with because we don't spend any time in private hearing it.